the things that he says that is important. We chasing this American dream when there is no dream. It's only been a nightmare. It's only been what Maya Angelou say? Life for me ain't been no crystal stair. Envy thou not the oppressor, and what? Choose none of his ways. This is a proverb. This is wisdom. Who wrote the book of Proverbs? Who did it say? Solomon, right? So we talk about being wise as Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, being the Lord's chosen. We have to make better decisions. Just like I was saying earlier, we can't be influenced by the thing that we call television. We can't be influenced by the Christian church. We can't be influenced by this music. We can't be influenced by these politicians. We got to come into the Isupk, sit down, close your mouth, and learn what the Lord says. Learn what our power says. The God that never allowed the sun to bump into the moon. Y'all get what I'm saying? Let me show you what the Bible talks about who this devil is. Let me get the book of John 8 and 44. Let's look up. Let's find out exactly who this devil is. And Yanazar, we'll say, well, how are the lawmakers making these things? How are they signing these things in the law? And what type of person that would do such a thing? Or do they not have any compassion for how we live from day to day? Are they no longer concerned? Let's find out what the scripture says. Read John 8 and 44.
This is the book of John, chapter 8, verse 44.
Turn them up just a little bit.
Ye are of your father, the devil.
You what? Ye are what?
Ye are of your father, the devil.
So when we talk about this oppressor and how they move in this earth, they're not celebrating the Passover. They're getting ready to celebrate Easter. Just like what their fathers did. Ashtar. They are getting ready to hide goddamn eggs that you're not going to find and going to have your whole front yard stink. Because the only egg that everybody's ever seemed to be interested in is the egg that has the money in it. Your Easter speech is going to suck. You're going to put your kid up there and they're going to cry because they can't damn read because the education system done failed them. You gonna give them this long, elaborate ass speech that they can't remember one damn word on, and you go spend all your money on these damn dresses and these outfits, and buy your sons an Easter damn basket. That should let you know that these are the ways of their fathers. Because if you're doing those things, you're also buying into the lies of this empire. You're buying into you may as well be alone with Donald Trump if you think rabbits lay eggs. You in the kitchen, get the food coloring, trying to get the how they do that. Look, here you go. They got the egg. They're like this. Dumbass. Every Easter, you in there dipping the egg in there like this, doing this. I used to be like, look, Daraj, you know what I'm talking about? They dip the egg in the food coloring. They say, oh, this is the right color. Flip it upside down. Let's get the blue on it. You see that? You see how foolish that is? So it's foolish to envy the oppressor because he believes in things that not even real. And here we are chasing it as Black, Hispanics, Native Indians when we have to sit down and learn the truth about who we are, where we come from. They shun us when we go out on the streets and tell the world who we are, y'all. But when the oppression comes, everybody's looking for what? Answers. Why are they treating us like this? Why are they in our neighborhoods like this? Why do the cops patrol us like this? Why are they treating our babies like this? Why is the financial institutions so destroyed when we go into the banking system, y'all? Why are we trying to shut down Target? You see what I'm saying? It's a game that we've been playing, and when you buy into it, they can turn the switch on and off whenever they get ready to. Because we're envying the oppressor. But that scripture says what? When you envy the oppressor, you better be remembering this, though. Read, Darash.
Ye are of your father, the devil.
Yeah, they are the father. Their father, who is the devil. Esau, Edom. What does the word devil mean? Simply liar, deceiver, forked tongue, lying bastard, vagabond. What other names that they give the deceiver in the scriptures? What'd you say, Yonazar?
He dwelleth in the clefts of the rocks. He's the caveman.
The caveman, cave dweller. Oh, that old serpent, that old red serpent from the garden. What else? Vipers. The old dragon from the garden, right? So what do you expect from a serpent? When a serpent has babies, guess what come out of that seed? More serpents. Not eggs, dummy. Read on, Darash, please.
God.
Mm-hmm.
And the lust of your father.
And the what?
And the lust of your father.
And the what?
And the lust of your father.
To get more money. And the what?
And the lust of your father.
To get more land. And the what?
And the lust of your father.
To put you in captivity. And the what?
And the lust of your father.
They are confederate against us. And what?
And the lust of your father.
Trust and believe me, they have dreams about how they can rule over the Lord's children, man. These laws are signed into effect because they lust for power to rule over us, man. They lust for power to make the decisions on strictly for their behalf, not the Most High. They're not concerned about what our power is. Know what's going to happen. They're not concerned with that. These devils are only concerned about what they want to happen at our expense, at your pain. Come on, Bunk, y'all.
So, like, I don't want, if I may, I found something online about what Officer Yanazar was speaking about.
Mm-hmm.
And these devils make special provisions when they need something.
Yeah.
They don't acknowledge, our needs. They disregard, the things that we need every day. But it says that Section 218 of the Immigration and Nationality Act authorizes the lawful admission into the United States of temporary immigrant workers, non-immigrant workers, or H-2A workers to perform agricultural labor or services of a temporary or seasonal nature. And it goes on to talk about the different provisions that, they offer these individuals just so that they can do this labor, this slave labor. So
come on, man. They'll create ways for you to stay on the job 12 hours. They'll create. I got a brother that used to drive trucks, man. And what they do was, the DOT came up with laws that a driver only can drive. How many hours can a driver drive a day? You have a log number. Do anybody know? How many hours can they drive? I think it's 11. You're only allowed to drive that 11 hours, right? But this bastard's so wicked. He'll come up with now you can't drive the truck by yourself. You got to have a partner. You know what I'm saying? So he drives 11 hours and you drive 11 hours. So that way that truck never stops. 11 hours within a 14-hour period. Throw water, Darash. So they say, you know what? Nah, we can have that truck sitting still. We're gonna create a bunk. We can, you put a bunk in there, and you and your brother, y'all gonna get in that damn truck. He gonna drive 11 hours, and you gonna drive 11 hours. And it's envy thou not the oppressor, because you really think about how did he gain the things that he have. I didn't know that they used to take the teeth out of the slaves' mouths and put it in their mouth. Right? These are the things that are continuously coming out about the slavery, man, the torment. But I mean, we have to see it for what it is. We have to really get into the mode of protecting our babies. We can't allow the lies to continue to be pushed through the earth. So when it comes to Easter, we got to tell them, hell no, we don't celebrate Easter. We're going to the what? To the Passover. We're going to celebrate the Lord's Passover. Yeah. We celebrate the Lord. I don't want no rotten damn eggs. I'm tired of eggs.
Hey, Salakia.
Come on with it, Rock. Come on with it, brother.
Hey, now tell me this. Why is it that we don't know this as a people?
The one thing that I found about the truth, Rock, and everybody's listening, it's easier to not know the truth than to know the truth. There are things that are not secret, that are not secret to the truth. They're not a secret at all. But when we talk about the Christian church, they like to keep our people in the dark. They like to keep us in the dark. It's simple. It's the scripture. What is Psalms 183? We are confederate against thee, that the name of Israel be in no more remembrance. It's the thing, Iraq, that when people go into celebrating Easter and the other gods, you lose so much of your power. You lose so much of your strength. It's like if you're trying to find your pathway in life, if you go into the Christian church and I tell you about Easter, those things are all nice and they make you feel good. You talk about the Easter, everybody's smiling. What they say, we all we're fellowshipping, right? But the minute when you see us out on the streets, you don't understand what we're saying to you. You avoid us at all costs. When you see us talking about the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, you grab your kid and pull them closer to you. You clench your purse, even as a black man, or you'll grab your rib, not knowing, brother, I am never going to bring you any harm. But you'll take your family into that Christian church and you'll let them run wild. All for the sake of them smiling and enjoying the music and the congregation, not knowing that in that church, they're in danger. We've been conditioned to look at the things that this empire says is okay, and we follow that. Look at the majority rules, right? It looks like everybody's having a good time, but when you peel back the layers of the onion, you will see that this game has been pushed by Martin Luther King, the idea of having a dream and joining his empire, right? We fall into if we just vote, we're voting for freedom. And it's all lies, all right? It's all lies because they cover up century after century after century, and they give our people different gods, different names, so you never really get back to your true heritage. But Most High in Christ to the Lord, he left this sanctuary called the Isupk that is designed to teach our people the truth, man.
Yeah, right. Hey, Salak, I have another question.
Come on, priest.
What was your process of finding the truth, and what was your determining factor to decide to say that Isupk was the home of the truth? But what was it like when you were on the cusp of staying in the world? What was the thing that really brought it home to you that made you say, nah, this is it? And then from there, what made you decide it was the Isupk and nothing else?
Man, clap it up, brother, for asking that question. I wish I could say I had the magic word for it, but the one thing I will say is I got my ass kicked. I was getting beat up. I was getting beat up. You ever wanted to know something so bad, and no matter where you look, it never gave you the some answers you can really sink your teeth into. Nothing made sense to life. And I remember this day, man. I asked the Lord. I said, man, I got to the point where I was like, Lord, if white Jesus is gonna be my savior, I can't do it. If that picture that we are taught that this is Jesus, Darash, hand me this picture right here. I said a sincere prayer to the Lord. And the reason why I said it, because I don't know if y'all remember Trayvon Martin. Raise your hand if you remember Trayvon Martin. All right, so Trayvon Martin, I used to work a slave, right? For those you don't know, I was in the Isupk military, and I found myself, you know what I'm saying, really lost trying to be something that I was not never meant to be. You understand? Just like everybody who was in his classes. I woke up one day and I said, Lord, I said, if this gonna be the man that saved me, whatever that is, I can't do him. I can't do this. I didn't know what this was, but I knew this right here wasn't gonna be it, Daraj. This wasn't gonna do it. I used to have hair. I had hair then, but I ain't got it now. But I knew that I knew that this wasn't gonna do it, Daraj. And Trayvon Martin was walking home, and the brother, you know what I'm saying, was unalived by George Zimmerman. And, you know, everybody remember that was a polarizing split, damn near like OJ and Nicole, Anna Nicole, whatever her name is, right? And everybody was on different sides. Guess what? The oppressor or the white folks I was slaving with is saying, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, good. You know, he shouldn't have been walking through the neighborhood. All the black people, Hispanic and Native Indian, we were all like, hell no. Nah. And I remember this. I remember it was like a Salakia. And I would just remember this clear as day. I walked in the office and I said, and this oppressor asked me, said, hey man, what you think about it? I said, man, I think it's messed up, man. He said, why you say it's messed up? I said, because when that George Zimmerman said they always get away with it, for some strange reason, it just stuck in my head, Irod. When he said that, they always get away with it. And that oppressor said to me, he said, don't y'all always get away with it? With no reservation about what I was thinking, how I felt. You understand what I'm saying? And I said, from then on, I've got to find ways to choke the shit out of every oppressor that I ever see without putting my hands on it. And I found the UPK. So with the UPK, I found a way to choke the hell out of every oppressor that I see without ever put my hands on him. And I do that by not being his crash dummy, not being in his prison, not allowing my brothers to go to these prisons, not allowing my brothers to buy into the lies of this empire. I want to choke this system so it no longer exists. I want to shrink all the lies that are pushed in the earth, and I found a school that do it. I seen Captain Tazaria like 2 weeks later. He was going against Bonehead Polite. And he said, I never seen a man that stand on the truth so hard and so gangster and was so real with the truth that was in the book that I had for years, I rock. Years. I started looking at this and wait a minute. This is how you beat this devil. This is how you beat him. I can't beat him by trying to join his military. I can't beat him by trying to join his police academy. I can't beat him by trying to be the straight A student or the debater on the whatever in the collegiate levels. I can't beat him by trying to go back to Africa. I've been into Egyptology. I can't beat him through Christianity. I beat him by sitting down and closing my goddamn mouth and reading what was in his book. And I found something in here that I never seen before. Captain Zaria went to Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And when he read that, let me tell you something. The Lord allowed my eyes to be open. And from then on, I said, you know what? I know how to choke this goddamn system, boy. I said, it's on like Donkey Kong now. And that's what it did.
So, like, sir.
Come on with it, brother.
Captain Nayathaq is ready, sir.
Most High in Christ. And with that, I'm going to turn the class over to Captain 13,000, Captain Nayathaq Banyami. Y'all clapping.
What over,
Hey, Shalom. Come on, let's get those likes up. Those of you online, hit that thumbs up, man. All right. How y'all doing?
We Tawab, sir. Everybody Tawab.
All right.
Ready
Any
for this Passover, sir?
Y'all sure now? Y'all sure now?
I'm gonna get there.
Y'all pay a Passover fund. Where's the arm thing? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Right there down there in the corner. 200 for 17 years and over. You know what I mean? About how much more weeks? 2 more weeks. Man, be on and popping. You understand? You know what I mean? Let's get ready. You know what I mean? This could be the last one. You see how Trump doing it? You know what I mean? You have these incompetent people in the government. Which then, you know what? That your goose, you know what I mean, cook dealing with these people. all right, because they really don't care about anything but what? What do they care about mostly?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
Money.
Power and money. That's it. Power and money. That's it. They don't care about black people. You know what I mean? They used you to make what? To make this place rich, and now they fit into the what?
If they,
Go ahead.
Salaki, sir, if they could, you know, I believe like today I was telling the class that they in Florida they're gonna revoke the child labor laws so that they can use children because they don't have enough immigrant workers there. So, and that's Trump's home state. So it's like, to me, it's like they're trying to implement a type of slavery because the children now can work at night and even overnight. This came out today. So if they would do this to the children, they're damn sure do it to us.
Damn right. And their own too. You saw they're treating their own. So if they're treating their own like that, who's us, as you say? All right. Now, any questions?
Come, sir. Officer Rock.
Come on.
Salaki, sir, I asked Officer Zion. He didn't get to finish. I just wanted to know, because, you know, we have people that are here for the first time or new students. I wanted to know, what was your origin story in the UPK? Meaning, Khan, like
you're putting
when
my spot like that, man.
Khan, when you were in the world, like, and knew nothing of the truth, what was it that convinced you of this truth? And then the second question is, once you did your research, when you have zesty groups like the IUIC and you have bed bug groups like GMS, what made you decide on the ISUPK after you found out about the truth? It's a two-part question to watch.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to, you know, I mean, answer it with scriptures, right? Let's start off here with Luke 16. Let's start there. All right. That's, you know what I mean, good question. And you all know me by now. I don't normally talk about myself like that. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean, you ask the question, so I'm gonna try my best to, you know what I mean, to give you an answer on it. All right. Now, what got me is the brotherhood. You understand? What really got me was the brotherhood. Before the scriptures, you know what I mean, I came in and I sat down in class and I observed the generals and them. I observed them. You understand? That's why I tell you all, you know what I mean, when brothers and sisters come in, they're going to observe you. You know what I mean? They'll hear you talking about precept. You know what I mean? Precept upon precept. They'll hear you talking about precept, but it's how you treat each other. You understand? And it's kind of unfair. And why do I say it's unfair? Why do I say it's unfair? Where did we all come from?
The world, sir.
The world. You understand? The world. A majority of us came from what? Christianity. You understand? And in Christianity, what do they teach you in Christianity?
All is forgiven.
Okay, not so much all is forgiven, but okay. Okay, politicians, right? Politicians. What do politicians go on? What do they run on?
What the people want.
Meaning, okay, that's a good answer. But okay. So in other words, I don't want to give you it, because there's a similarity between politicians and the church and your preacher.
So like you said, man.
Come on.
The politician will get one on people's emotion when they can hype them up.
On the emotions. I'll take that too. But okay.
Sluggy, sir.
Come on.
If I could, their imagination, how they think the people would feel, sir.
Not so much the imagination. Give me this. Hold on, let me find it here.
So
but first, come on.
speaking where them know the people want to hear.
Okay, now you're getting it. Now you're getting somewhere. And when they say they're speaking on what they want to hear, what you mean? So what are they going on?
So they're playing on, they're using their influence to basically allow the people to do what they want, but doing what they want isn't necessarily what they should be doing. So it's like they trick their minds into almost thinking you can do what you want, and then they play on that, and then they give them what they want, and yeah, that's my answer to it.
Okay, good. I'll take that.
So
But
like this,
I want you to summarize it. What do preachers go on? What do politicians go on?
so like this, sir.
Come on.
They appeal to your carnal desires.
So,
Carnal desires.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
They appeal to your feelings.
Okay, what you're saying is like a byproduct, or you know what I mean, of the word I'm looking for.
Emotions.
I'll give it just for time.
Desire?
No, I'll give it just for time's sake. They go based on words, right?
Okay.
They go based on words. So a preacher will say what? I love you, right? But guess what? For a preacher to say he loves you, what he needs to do. If a preacher say he loves his congregation, what should he do? Come on.
It should be actions behind that.
Yes, and the action behind it is actually going in the Bible and opening and seeing where it says what? You cannot be a member of the LGBTQ community.
Okay.
You cannot support interracial marriage because the Bible is against it.
Right.
You are going to have to go by what you do, and it's good that when they come into our school, they sit down and observe us, which means you have to be what? As the Bible said, what Christ said, be ye what?
Perfect.
Perfect. You understand? But that don't hold weight in the Christian church, because the Christian says what? You can't be perfect. So guess what? Your preacher could be sleeping with this sister who's married to your brother. No, guess what? I'm not perfect. You understand? I'm not perfect. But don't worry. Lord said to what? Forgive. Let's forgive. And now your brother left with a jacket. You understand? And he has to come to church and see that preacher every week and not get justice for what this preacher just did to him. You understand? That's just one scenario. You understand? And the politicians is the same thing. The politicians come and tell you, guess what? I'm going to fight for reparation. I'm going to make sure that black people have this, that, the other to take care of the family. Now, the politicians elected, does the politician do what he says? No, he does not. He does not. You understand? Does not. That's why all these people that put Donald Trump in office, they're doing what? They're crying right now. They're crying. They're in the street protesting because they done got played. You understand? But in here, you come in, and brother, I saw brotherhood like I never saw before that, even knowing the Bible was on brotherhood and the school was built on brotherhood. I saw it with my own eyes. You understand? And that kept me, that held me in here to this day. You understand? And that's what going to hold every one of you in here today. Brotherhood. You understand? And then there are things put in place here that if a brother offend you, there is a government that is already set up to take care of that issue. The church does not have it. And I did not understand it until I came in here. You understand? And you're going to see, the more and more you stay in here, the more and more you get seasoned You're gonna see it with your eyes. But guess what? Guess what? What is the other side to it? Now you're gonna read about it. Give me Luke 16:1.
Slug, sir, I got it.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, chapter 16, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And he said also unto his disciples, there was a certain rich man which had a steward, and the same was accused unto him that he had wasted his goods.
Right. So this is a what? A parable, right? And we know Christ spoke in parables to do what? To do what?
To help you think.
To help you think. To help you think. You're sure it is to help you think?
So, like, sir,
Come on.
he spoke in parables actually to confuse some people,
Yes.
to throw them off.
Why? And how we know that? Because by us reading the Bible, we see that Christ didn't break the parable down to everybody, but he broke it down. He made sure who got it.
The disciples, sir.
Yes, the people who followed him. You understand? The
Okay.
people who followed him. He made sure and broke it down to.
Like
You understand? And this is one of the parables. Come on.
It's like, sir, I have the precept.
Come on.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 13. Therefore, speak I to them in parables.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. You reading?
Come, start at verse 10.
Mm-hmm. No. Just read on.
Okay, this way.
Mm-hmm.
Because they see not,
Mm-hmm.
and hearing, they hear not.
And they what?
Hearing, they hear not.
Right. And that's a myth, right? That's how to put it, that's a fairy tale, because the Christian church like to say what? Jesus what? Loves everybody. They hear the Bible is saying what? What's the Bible saying? Read it again.
It's book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, speak I to them in parables.
Therefore, this is why I'm speaking to them, the other Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Okay.
Not everybody. The other Israelites. This is why I'm speaking to them in parables. Read on.
Because they see not.
They're seeing, right? Meaning what? They're understanding what Christ is saying. He's saying what? They understand what? Not. Read on.
And hearing, they hear not.
And they're hearing, they hear not. You understand? So you're seeing and what? Hearing.
Okay.
But you can't what? You can't comprehend anything. Read on.
Neither do they understand.
Neither what?
Do they understand?
And this explains why. Because the Bible is written in what?
It's like, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Parables.
Mm-mm. It's written in what right now?
Oh, it's like English.
Yeah, it's written in English. And everybody that's sitting in class right now, hearing me, speaks what? English.
Okay.
Even the Christian that's online right now listening, they speak English. But they can't what? They're seeing, they see not, or hearing, they ain't hearing, they hear not. Meaning they're not understanding. You don't understand it. You wonder why your uncle choose not to come into the truth, or your aunt, they don't understand. You think they understand because you see it plain as day. You understand? You go to school, you learn how to speak English. You learn how to speak the American English, the Queen's English. But somehow when you come out of school, it don't apply to the Bible. It don't apply to it. Because the Bible is what?
It's like, sir.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
English.
It's English, but it's spiritual.
Okay, sir.
You understand? Spiritual. That's why when someone say, I taught myself the Bible, you gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh. Because we know what you're gonna teach yourself. You understand? We just had to look at them lips and we know you're teaching yourself. You understand? We just had to look at your lifestyle and we know where you're teaching yourself. You understand? Right? And another thing that got me also too is the first time I came to class, brother, Sergio Borgia was on the ground. Oh boy, that was a rough one for me. I was like, yo, what am I getting myself into? And I read the Bible. I thought I read the Bible. I was like, they have Jesus on the ground? And then I sat my behind in class and I listened for months. I asked questions for months, did research for months. You understand? And I observed for months. Observe how they asked questions in class, how they dealt with each other in class, how they spoke to each other. You understand? That's why in here, you can't come in here and talk about B, what's up? You can't come in here and start to, you know what I mean, speak as if you're some alley cat. You understand? To each other. That don't go on in here. Meet your brother, shalom, brother. What's up? This, that, the other. We speak politely to each other. We speak kindly to each other. You understand? We don't talk like that amongst each other. Like, you know what I mean? We grew up in some alley. You understand? We speak different. And that's to ensure that this brotherhood, nothing comes in. You understand? Right? Read on.
Come.
And hold on. And Shabayala, what you're saying is correct. So milk scriptures is important. But if the Lord don't open your eye, milk scriptures or no milk scriptures, you're not going to see it. You're not going to understand it. You're not. It's as simple as saying Christ is black.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
So what is milk scriptures?
Milk scriptures are scriptures when you read it, it explains itself. Like
Okay.
you read give me Revelations. Whole way at and let the brother read Revelation 13. Right? And this is a precept for what? This is your what? Color scripture. Because Christian likes to say what? What do Christians say? Color is not in the Bible. They say color is not in the Bible. They say hate is not in the Bible. You understand?
Yeah.
Right?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
What was the verse, sir?
Revelation. What is it 1 and 13? Right, 1 and 13.
All right. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
Right? And we all know that that's what? That's the description is given here of who? Jesus. Right? He had on what? An Israelite garment. Right? Do you all have an Israelite garment in class? Yeah, so put one up to the camera. Right? While you brother read. Read.
Okay.
Go ahead, young man. You can read.
Okay.
You gonna get it.
And the girt about the paps with the golden girdle.
Right. And this is what? A war belt. Not like where your preacher have one. Your preacher don't look like he gonna fight no war. You understand? Your preacher be looking like, you know what I mean, like he is G-A-Y. And that's in the Bible. You understand? Right? Read on.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Now hold on. Now remember, I said this is a milk scripture. It said his hair and his hair were what?
White like wool.
White is a what?
White as snow.
No. White is a what? What is white? White is a. Yeah, raise it up, Maya. Raise it up. Right? Where the fringes? Show me the fringes. Right? You understand? He had on a garment. You understand? With a war belt around it, not a t-shirt with fringes. You understand? A garment. Right? Read on. That's good, Maya. Tawada. So yeah, to answer me. What's white? White is a what? Women Hebrew Academy.
Color. It's a color.
Yeah, white is a color. You're right. White is a color. Right? You can't get that definition mixed up with anything.
Yeah.
White is a color. White as what?
White as snow.
Snow. So he's giving you what? A vivid description of how white it was. Right? Read on.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
His eyes were what? As a flame of fire. Meaning what? His eyes were what? Red.
Red.
Right? Read on.
And his feet like unto the fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
No. Where's the picture of Sergio Bourget? Right now he on strike. What strike is that? The wool is one strike. Right? Right? No, hold on. He missed something. Go back up before white. Before white. Because you all gonna tell you I can't play baseball. You know
what?
You're right. I play cricket. Come on.
14, sir.
Yeah.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So hold on. White is a color. What's wool?
It's
wool?
From the sheep.
Yeah, but what's wool? Wool is a what? If you had to describe it to a person.
It's like cloth, like it can be like made into cloth.
Okay, I understand what it's saying. It says what? His hair was what? Was white
White,
as what? Snow.
like wool. And then white as snow.
Right. Okay. So it's describing a what? A person's what?
Hair.
Who has woolly hair?
We do.
Yeah. That's what we say is a milk scripture. So now looking at this picture that who's holding it up? Like Fayetteville?
Oh, talking to get kind of Fayetteville.
Hold on. Put it back up, Fayetteville. Hold on. Right? Now look at that picture on the screen. Does that person have white woolly hair?
La.
No, hold on, Tabo One. Let the brother answer.
Salaki, sir, no.
No, he does not have white woolly hair. He don't. You understand? And that's who? That's Pope Alexander the VI of Rome, son. Right? This is when the Renaissance period was taking place, where they were doing what? Whitewashing everything like they're trying to do right now in 2025. They're trying to whitewash it. You understand? Yeah, that person looked like a KKK member. Just put a hoodie over him. Just show your eyes. just you know what I mean? Just show that eye. You understand?
So like, sir.
Come on, somebody say Hunter Biden.
Yeah, Officer Kowal said that's Hunter Biden.
Yes. What's the Sandusky? You remember Sandusky?
Con.
Yeah. All right.
Con.
So now it says what? It says what? White as woolly and white as snow. So there are two strikes. Now you're coming to the third. And what's that third strike we coming to? Read on.
Salaki, sir. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Right. Read on.
And his feet like unto the fine brass.
Because eyes, anybody could have what? Red eyes, right?
Mhm.
But who has, read that part over one more time?
And his feet like unto fine brass.
What color is brass?
Brown, sir.
Brown. No. Read on.
As if they burned in a furnace.
No, if you put brass in the furnace, what color is coming out?
Darker brown, black.
Black. It's in the Bible. You understand? And that's what you call a milk scripture. And when you take it to black people, Hispanics, and First Nation people, they are going to what? Some of us what? Reject it.
Okay.
You understand? They reject it. This picture, you understand, has so much power on black people, you can't even believe it. You can't even believe it. Come on.
So I just got two, I guess, kind of questions. Well, really one question, but it kind of ties into something else. But
you hold on. The Rash, you good to go. You could throw out on the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like you, sir. So I guess I'll say the statement first. So the first thing is, it's funny, like nowadays, that picture is, hundreds of years old from the Renaissance and everything. All these different images of, so-called white Jesus and all of that. And everyone was okay with it. But it wasn't until the ISUPK started saying that Christ is black. Now everybody wants to say, well, Jesus was actually Arab. That's the thing now. Olive colored, right? You know what I'm saying? Which doesn't make sense because olives are either black or green. But no sweat. But so with combating that, because now people, you pull up that image, and some people, whether they could be devils or they could be brothers, and they'll be like, I know Jesus didn't look like that. That doesn't mean anything to me. I know Jesus didn't look like that. He probably he looked Arab. How do we, since there's not like a pervasive image of an Arab Jesus, when they try to kind of water down what we're saying by being like, no, Jesus was Arab. How do we, I know of course we can go to the scripture showing he's black, of course, but that image seems to be having, I'm gonna say less power, but when you pull that up, now people's tactic is to be like, well, I don't care anyway, because I know Jesus didn't look like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, how do we still hone in that really you really do look at this as Jesus, even if you're not saying it? You know what I'm saying?
My favorite thing I go to is I'll try to get a picture of Jesus Christ, or Salaki, a picture of Cedric Bourget, and just put it right on the ground in front of them and say step on it. Since it's not Jesus, right? Then put your foot on it. Just put your big toe or your heel. Just touch it.
Salaki,
your shoes. Come on.
Salaki, sir. So why right now would you say like we're seeing like almost like a trend of, people of color, black people becoming, like Muslim?
Muslim?
Like, Muslim, like right now.
Okay.
As far as like the rap game and stuff like that we see.
All right. Akia, why you think brothers becoming Muslim?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
If I may, I joined Islam because one of the reasons why I joined Islam is because
the old man.
Yeah, is because I couldn't identify my culture historically, and I couldn't find myself in the Bible according to the Christian church.
Yes, it's no different than as cool. Yeah, cool. You're right. Yeah, most of your rappers go to jail and they become Muslim for protection. You understand? Most of them go to jail, become rapper. The rappers, or you don't have to be a rapper. You go to jail, security. You become a Muslim, right? Now, it's no difference than the Rastafarians, right? Why did brothers on the island become Rastas?
Salakia, sir,
Mhm.
because they wanted an alternative to Christianity.
That's
Yeah.
all.
Kind
That's all. That's it. It's just an alternative to Christianity, right? But what they don't understand is what? What they don't understand.
Salaki said that they're really celebrating and worshiping the same things as, the alternative that as they're trying to make an alternative, they're
Mhm.
basically still doing the same thing.
Doing the same thing like what?
As far as justifying their actions based off of their desires and what they want.
I'll take that. So in other words, they're just being what?
Christian.
That's it. A Muslim in America is a Christian.
Damn right.
A Christian in America is a Muslim. It's no difference. You understand? Because Muslims in America, they celebrate what? Birthdays. They celebrate Valentine's Day. They celebrate what? Christmas. They believe in Immaculate Conception, which is a what? Foundation of the Christian church. You understand? And they believe in what? That white Jesus. And some of them try to fight it off and go into Islam. But really and truly, they just switching what? When they go into Islam, what are they switching?
Salakia, sir, slave masters.
That's it. You understand? Because
That.
now you go into Islam, what you going what picture do they put up? And there's different, I mean, I think there's what the different sects in America, right? The real Muslims, who is their God?
Salaki, sir, is it Muhammad or Abraham?
No, those are, I think they consider them in Islam as prophets.
Okay.
Right? And they are what? To them, Muhammad is a what? Is an Arab. Right? Muhammad is an Arab. Right? And then who founded that group that Farrakhan is in? What do they call that group?
The Nation of Islam?
Master Fard Muhammad.
And he was a what?
A white man.
Edomite.
Yeah, he was a white man. You understand? So you just switching slave masters, and at the same time you're keeping your old slave master. But in your mind, this is like no different than what? Than voting. In your mind, you could change what? America by getting ink on your finger. But that will never happen. That's I mean, that's a farce. You ain't changing America with ink on your finger. You're going to change America by doing what? By coming in to the truth and waking up, brothers and sisters, and becoming what? Coming back to your what? To your culture. That's how you're going to change America. You understand? But you don't change America by getting ink. You don't change America by joining Islam, by joining Christianity. You don't change America like that. America will never get changed like that. All right? Now, somebody carry me to Luke. Let me get to Luke. Hey, and what's the other part of your question, Iraq?
Once you found out that we were Israelites, well, and I'm not sure back in your time if they had the internet.
Back in my time, you making me sound like I walk with Moses or something, Mark.
Salaka. I didn't mean it like that.
There, man.
I meant I didn't think that the social media presence of Israelites was heavy like it is now. So if you were looking up Hebrew Israelites, you might see other groups and might have to make a decision based on who's presenting the best package at the time, based on the fact that you don't know that there's actually only one. The Lord only deals with one group, and that's the Isupk. But not knowing that, did you have that this discernment or that decision to make? Did you see other groups, and what ultimately convinced you that this was it? Salakia, sir, the water.
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, yeah, when I come in, I didn't know about these other groups. I didn't know about them. Yeah, I mean, I feel it for you brothers know that, you know, I mean, coming in and you know, I mean, having to look left, right, you know what I mean, and in the back here. You know, when I came in, all I knew was the UPK. You know what I mean? That's all I knew. And you know what I mean, did all my research, did everything, and so, and as I say, it's more so the brotherhood that kept me. And, yeah, I mean, deep down, I mean, that's what keeping most of us here. And that's what going to keep you, the brotherhood. You understand? The sisterhood going to keep you in here, holding on to it. You understand? Right? I didn't have that, you know what I mean, that IUIC, that Christian group, or these, you know what I mean, these other Christian Israelite groups. Those will break off of break off of a break off of a break off of a break off. You understand? You're speaking down there in Raleigh. There's about 4 different camps around here. And those are just what? Break off of a break off of a break off. Those are just men that wants to do what? To hide the sin and pretending to be Israelites. You understand? When brothers, all they have to do is what? Come into the UPK, proof command and Joanna. And I bet you what we will find out is that you like to sin. You like to sin. So of course you're going to find fault with the truth. Of course you're going to find fault with the brotherhood. When that weed or that marijuana is right on the window, so knocking, hey, open up. Hey, them brothers don't like you like I like you. Open up. You know how we used to have good times together. And before you know it, you getting high. But the problem is the brotherhood. No, it wasn't the brotherhood. You just want to be a sinner. That's why we come in here. The UPK don't harbor what? Well, we don't harbor.
Slugger, sir.
Sinners, sir.
Yes, we don't harbor sinners. You understand? You a sinner, you better go join the Christian church. You a sinner, go join the mosque. They embrace sinners. In here, we don't embrace them. You get chastised. And that's because of brotherhood. That's because of love. You understand? You want to get chastised and you better change and become, you know what I mean, a man of the Lord. All right. Now let's get with Luke now. Let's go to Luke.
Come on. It's the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
And he called him and said unto him, How is it that I hear this of thee?
Mm-hmm.
Give an account of the stewardship, for thou mayest be no longer steward.
Right. So no, we know these are parable, right? So the steward is someone, and the rich man is someone, right? Who is the rich man? Who is the steward? Right? Who's the rich man? And who's the steward? Right? So the rich man, he works for who? I mean, the steward works for who? The rich man.
Said,
come on.
I was going to say the rich man.
Yes.
As far as come on, sir.
The steward works for. Right? And now the rich man is saying, yo, give an account of what you did with what? With the money. Right? Give an account of it. Let's do the checks on what? The balance. Checks and balance. Let's see what you did with it. You understand? So who's the rich man in this parable?
Slugger, sir.
Come on.
Would it be those that's in power, like like the oppressor, sir?
No. Let's read on. Read on a little bit.
Come, verse 3. Then the steward said within himself, What shall I do? For my Lord taketh away from me the stewardship.
Why is the Lord taking away the stewardship from him? Why would you? Come on.
Because he didn't perform as a proper steward.
Yeah, he wasn't doing his job. He wasn't doing his job. So now, who is that? Who is the steward? Who is the rich man? You all had to give me that before the end. Read on.
Okay, sir. It's not.
Come
It's
on.
not the rich man, the Lord, and we are the
Right.
stewards,
And who's the steward?
and we are the stewards.
Who's the we?
Well, I mean, in this case, individuals like me, I'm a steward.
Mm.
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
Christian pastor, sir.
Okay, yes. That's it. These pastors. You understand? These preachers. You understand? They're supposed to be working for who?
For Christ, sir.
Yes, for the Lord. But yes, I'll take that too. You understand? But their work supposed to be for who? For the Lord. This was be working. Just like Christ worked for the Lord. You understand? Right?
Okay.
Now read on.
Come on. I cannot dig to beg. I am ashamed.
So he is saying what? I can't do what? In other words, I can't do what?
It's like it's a manual labor.
Yeah, I can't work hard. You think them preachers going dig ditches? You can see Creflo Dollar at some construction site. TD Jakes. You can see TD Jakes at some construction site, huh? You know what I mean? Oh, where's the other one named Gino Jennings? Who's that big one in Trinidad? Who's that big preacher in Trinidad?
Salakia, so Pastor Coffee.
Yeah, you can see Pastor Coffee at some construction site after he done lost his job. Oh, hell no. No. They can't work hard. You understand? So guess what? Read on.
Come on, verse 4. I am resolved what to do.
So he's resolved what to do. So he started doing what? He started coming up with a what?
So like, sir,
come on.
I was gonna say an excuse, sir. So like,
Not so much an excuse, but remember he said he can't do it. He can't dig.
come.
So he has a resolve, meaning what? He trying to do what now?
So like,
Plan.
sir, come.
Trying to plan where's his next move. Read on.
Come. That when I am put out of my stewardship, they may receive me into their houses.
So he's saying what? When he get put out, they're going to what? Receive me into what? Into?
So like, sir, into their houses.
Into their houses. So he trying to plot, how are these people going to receive me in their houses? Read on.
Come, verse 5. So he called every one of his lord's debtors unto him, and said unto the first, how much owest thou unto my lord?
So now he calling who? The debtors. Who's the debtors?
The people that have loaned him.
The people that what?
Loaned.
Yes, the people who basically the steward went around doing what?
Work for them.
Yes.
Come.
But he really working for who? The rich man.
Come.
Right? So he is giving a service to these people. And they what? They in debt. You understand? They in debt. These are his what? Congregation. In debt. So read on.
Come, verse 6. And he said, in 100 measures of oil. And he said unto him, take thy bill and sit down quickly and write 50.
So he's saying what now? What is he saying?
He said it, Salakia, and he said, in 100 measures of oil. And he said unto him, take thy bill and sit down quickly and write 50.
What is it? What is the steward telling the debtor to do?
Salaki, sir. So
Uh-huh.
I have a question. When he says so, he said, who said?
Mm-hmm.
Who said when it says so? He said.
What verse? Tell me what verse you're in.
Verse 6.
Verse 6.
He
Read
said-
verse 6 one more time for me.
Come on. This is the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 6. And he said, 100 measures of oil, and he said
So
unto him,
who's the he? This is the debtor. This is the person that preaches what? Congregation. You understand? And say, I owe this amount. Right? Read on.
Come on. And he said unto him, take thy bill and sit down quickly and write 50.
And the he said, what? Who's the he now that said?
Salaki, sir.
Uh-huh.
Is it the steward?
That's the steward. Steward is now telling him, yo, let's cook this book. Right, let's
Salaki,
cook
sir.
it. Come on.
So when you say the steward, what exactly is the steward?
What's the steward? Look, look it up. Who getting it? Right? What's a steward? Right? So remember, he's doing what he is put in charge of what?
Salaki, sir.
I don't wanna give it to you, but go ahead.
A person who looks after others. A person who looks after others.
Right.
Essentially.
So yes. So a preacher supposed to do what? Look after who? His congregation. Right? Supposed to. You understand? Now, the rich man, remember Christ is giving a what? A parable. Right? And he's likening what? Your leaders or your preachers to who? To a steward. Because they're over who? People's lives. You understand? These preachers, especially Martin Luther King, you know how much lives, how much black people lose their life following after Martin Luther King? He was supposed to be what? He's the steward. You understand? And he did what? He told his debtors to do what? This one say you owe him 100, just write 50. Right? Waiting going on with the other 50. With the other 50 going.
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
In his pocket?
Yeah. In his pocket. Read on.
Come on. Verse 7. Then he said, Salakia, then said he to another, and how much owest thou?
So you're going to somebody else now. How much you owe? Read on.
And he said, 100 measures of wheat.
Mm-hmm.
And he said unto him, take thy bill and write 80.
All right. How much?
80.
So you say 80. That's what? So he owe what? 100 wheat? Tell him what? Just give me 80. Read.
Come on. Verse 8. And the Lord commended the unjust steward.
And he commended what?
The unjust steward.
He commended the unjust steward. Read on.
Come on. Because he had done wisely.
Because he had done what?
Wisely.
Mm-hmm.
For the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light.
Break that down for me. What is that saying?
Salaki, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that when you say break it down, I would say that this means that the things that they did to the children of the world ended up, turning around and actually working for them instead of working against them.
Mm-hmm. No, you're getting to it. Right now you're getting to it. All right, but give me a little more. All right. What does it mean? Come on.
So, lucky sir. So, the children of light are referring to basically the children of those who gave false knowledge.
No. Think when you see light in the Bible in this context, think more so. What's the opposite of light?
Darkness, sir.
Darkness, right? What gives you light in this time? What gives you light in this time?
The sun? Or no?
No, I understand. This is your first time in class?
Yeah, this is my first time in class.
Yeah, this is the first time in class. All right.
Knowledge?
Yes, knowledge. Light. Just think light. If a place is dark, there's no light. And somebody tell you hear a voice saying, come here. Come here. What could happen on your way to that person?
Sluggy, sir, could you repeat that one more time?
I said this place, just think you are in you are outside, right? Cars going, no lights on, right? And somebody called from across the street saying, yo, I'm across the street here. Come on, come through. There's no light. What could happen?
You could possibly not know how to get to it, correct?
Yeah, you could not get to you may not know how to get to that person because you can't see, right?
Right.
But what could happen to you on that way to get to that person?
So
What's
like
the worst thing that could happen?
So like you say, you become lost?
You become lost, but what's the worst thing that could happen on your way?
Death.
Yeah, you could die. You could get hit by a car, by a truck, and die. You understand? Because it's dark. But if there's light, you can do what? You can see where to go. All right. So it's giving you it's like a metaphor. You understand? And that light is knowledge. That light is the knowledge of this Bible. And the children of this light is your brothers and sisters in the Isupk, in this school. You able to what? To see what's going to happen. Right? You were told what? We should not what? We shouldn't vote. And guess what? We don't vote. And guess what? We don't have to worry about how black people in the world worry now. They actually thought they were going to make what? A difference. And it made no difference to them. We don't eat pork. We don't eat crab. We don't do anything the Lord say not to do. We do everything the Lord say to what? Do. Whatever the Lord commands us to do, we do it. The Lord commands us to celebrate Passover, we celebrate Passover. But the children of the darkness, who not in the light, they're going to celebrate what? Christmas, birthdays, Valentine's Day, all the holidays that's not in the Bible, they're going to celebrate. You understand? Now, let's get back to this topic we on right here now. So read verse 7 one more time for me.
Come on. It's the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Then said he to another, and how much owest thou? And he said,
No. Not verse 7. Skip me down where I think it's verse 8 it was in, right?
Come on, sir. Verse 8.
Uh-huh.
Come on. Verse 8. And the Lord, and the Lord commended this unjust steward because he had done wisely.
What does it mean by he done wisely? Your brother basically said it. What do you mean by he done wisely?
Salagi, sir.
Uh-huh.
He got over on the people. Salagi.
Well, okay, yeah, give me a little more. What do you mean?
Come on, sir. Like
what type of wise we talking about here?
Like he
Salaki, sir. Wise wise as if he took his own. It's like he used his own. I would say knowledge, maybe to.
I'll take that.
Yeah, like he
I'll
used his knowledge, not the, the Lord's.
I'll take that. Get that brother a hand. I'll take that. You understand? Meaning what? Give me Exodus 1 and 10.
Oh, can I have it, sir?
Go ahead.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, let us deal wisely with them.
Mm-hmm. So who is speaking here? This is
the oppressor.
No. At this time, yes, that was an oppressor.
Salakia,
But what oppressor that was? Come on.
The Egyptians.
Yes,
well,
the
Pharaoh, sir. Salakia.
Pharaoh, to be more precise. He said what? Let us deal what?
Let's deal wisely with them.
That's that wise. Yes, by slick. That cunning. There's none of wisdom the Lord speak about in Proverbs. You understand? We're all over the Bible. This is you being what? Cunning or slick. Right? And Pharaoh said, let us deal what? Wisely with them. Well, this steward say what? I'm gonna deal with my boss wisely. I'm gonna go tell the people who in debt. We're gonna switch up the books, we're gonna cook these books. You're gonna give me 50, and I'm gonna give my boss 50. So he start doing what? Getting paid. He start hustling. You understand? Now read on. Go back to Luke. Go back to Luke. Who reading Luke for me? Come on.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
And I say unto you, make to yourselves friends of the mammon.
And what's friends of the mammon?
Salakia, sir.
Uh-huh.
Is it money?
Money. You understand? And that's your preacher today. That's that's everybody. Outside of here today. Your preacher is in that position because of what? Money. And if you think I'm not calling your Israelite groups preachers, your leaders preachers, yeah, they're preachers, they're Christians. They're doing the exact same thing the Christian preacher doing. Majority of Christian preachers are what? Considered what? They're what? Eddie Long was a what? What was Eddie Long?
A millionaire. Wealthy.
What type of millionaire though?
A wise millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you're leaving out something else. He wasn't just accused of it. Come on. Kawal, my man.
Salaki, sir.
He was
cunning.
He was cunning, but he was also yes. Yes. The majority of preachers leave them to their own device. That's them. Right? And they're accusing what's his name? Not Eddie Long. What's the other one? The big one.
Like it's a TD Jakes.
TD Jakes of it. Majority of preachers are. You Israelite groups out there. Majority of leaders. Trust me. The GAY. You understand?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
So when it says in Luke 16, verse 9, when it says, and I say unto you, make to yourselves friends of the mammon of unrighteousness.
Mm-hmm.
Is what exact? So let me see if the right question I'm trying to ask.
Mm-hmm.
Is it telling us to make ourselves friends of the unrighteousness, or
okay? Who is he speaking to? Who is speaking to who here?
The steward,
Who is speaking to the steward?
the Lord.
Who is in this parable, the rich man, is telling him to do what? Go make you what?
Be friends, basically, to the money of which is unrighteousness, basically.
To be friends with your peers.
Okay.
Go be friends with the people of what? Unrighteousness. That's why when Eddie Long did what he did, right? Where did his congregation went to? Who remembered?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
TD Jakes.
And who?
Creflo Dollar.
Creflo Dollar. What did Creflo Dollar tell his congregation?
Salakia, sir.
Mhm.
To go back.
To go back. Their friends are. They're doing the same thing. They're just about getting what? Money. And they're friends. These preachers are friends. That's why everybody outside of the UPK are Christians. They are what? What are they?
Salakia, sir.
Uh-huh.
Christian, sir. Well,
yeah.
In a case like they're friends, sir.
Yeah, they're friends. Unity camp. What is that?
Come.
It's friends. Trying to be friends. We are not affiliated with no other Hebrew Israelite group.
That's right.
Planet. We're not. You understand? We're not. We can't vouch for you. We don't know if you're about this. We can't vouch for you. You understand? Right? Read on.
Yeah. Salaki, sir. So I had a question real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So basically in this whole in the red is
Mm-hmm.
the Lord speaking to the steward, telling him what to do with his congregation. Basically, in a way, is what it's saying right now.
No, this is a parable, right? And this is a parable. Christ is speaking to who? His disciples, trying to do what? Teach them what? What's Christ trying to do here? What is Christ trying to do here?
It says, make yourselves friends of the mammon of unrighteousness.
Right. But what is Christ trying to do with his disciples here? Officers, troopers, what is Christ trying to do here?
Salaki, sir, maybe make them aware
of what?
Of the mammon of unrighteousness. With the people who make friends of other, groups who aren't moving in righteousness.
So he's trying to make aware of false prophets, like what the brother said, false prophets.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that one, King of Judah, 144. But false, he's trying to make them aware. You know what I mean, of these preachers, of these brothers who gonna come and say what? Basically, do what? What do the preachers tell their congregation? What do they tell the congregation? Do they not tell their congregation, you can't be perfect? Give me some things the preachers tell the congregation. You can't be perfect.
Like
God loves everybody. Come on.
They say, "Come as you are."
Come as you are. So guess what? The stripper, she come right off the pole and slide right into the Christian church. You understand?
Like, sir.
Come on.
They say that God hates the sin and loves the sinner.
Yeah. So we're gonna put the cocaine in jail, but the sinner, you're gonna steal. Right? Cocaine going to jail. That brick is going to spend a night in the pen. You understand? But all these things they tell their congregation to do what? For what? What are they telling them that for?
Salakia, sir.
Come on.
To gain their favor so they can get the money.
Yes. Put it to that.
Come.
To get their money. They are what? Friends of what? Mammon. You understand? They want money. Yes, Jameson Haynes. To make them aware deception, basic. I'll take all of that. All right? Come on.
Come.
Mm-hmm.
That when ye fail, they may receive you into everlasting habitations.
That's it. So now you feel at what? What they feel at?
Salaki, sir, deceiving.
No, they didn't feel at deceiving because guess what? The congregation sitting down right there with them. So they didn't feel like deceiving. They have a congregation of 10,000, 5,000. They ain't feel like they're doing their job well. You understand?
It's like it, sir.
What did they feel at? Come on. Anybody? What they feel at? Akashka, what they feel at?
Okay, sir. They failed the people. They didn't teach them the truth.
Yes, that's it. They fail at teaching the truth. They fail at it. It wasn't profitable to them. You can imagine a Christian preacher going in church and telling his woman to shut up. Oh boy. You tell a woman to shut up in a church, you liable to have a riot right there. I'm telling you. You tell black people, stop eating pork. That church getting clear out. You tell black people, God is against interracial marriage. Or you got problems on your hand. You understand? It's not profitable to them to what? To teach them what? The truth. They fail at it. They failed. You understand? Yes, Uma Johnson say, my queen. Yes. You understand? They failed at it. So guess what? They're going to tell you everything possible. So guess what? You drug dealers, you bring that money into the Christian church. The pastor, he going to turn a blind eye to it. He going to turn a blind eye to it. You woman who work for hire, you exotic woman, or the pastor, he going to turn a blind eye to that skirt. You know what I mean? He wants what's in that purse. You understand? He wants what's in that wallet. You don't care about what he putting in you. Pause. You understand? For you Israelite groups, pause. Right, read on.
Gonka. Verse 10. That Salakia. He that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much.
Read on.
And he that is unjust in the least is unjust also in much.
That's why we don't suffer sinners in here. You eating pork is no different than a what?
Salakia, sir.
LGBTQ community.
Yeah, come, sir.
Right? You eating pork is no different than what? Than a woman being a what? An exotic woman.
Come.
You understand? Ain't no difference. Right? Come on.
Salaya, sir. I was gonna say it ain't no different than Sakari.
Yeah, ain't no different than Sakari. Yeah. You know what I mean? With the kit, with the pagan kit. Come on. Read on.
Come, verse 11. If therefore ye have not been faithful in the unrighteous mammon, who will commit to you, Salakia, who will commit to your trust the true riches?
Right. He's asking a question. You understand? And the oppressor, he knows this so much that he did what? What does the oppressor do? What does the oppressor do? Okay. What did the Bible say pertaining to your oppressor when it comes to your the state black people are in today? What does the Bible say about your oppressor? Give me Zechariah 11:5. Give me Zechariah 11 and 5. All right. Where did that picture of Serge Bourget come from?
I see a count.
Yes. So it came from who?
A council, your oppressor.
Your oppressor. You understand? It came from your oppressor. Where did God loves everybody come from? Where will that come from? Where did Mary, being the mother of God, come from?
The council, sir.
The oppressor, sir.
Yeah, the oppressor. And see what you're saying? Nobody mentioned what? When I asked this question, nobody mentioned the Bible.
Come.
All right. Read Zechariah 11 and 5.
Come. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 5. So like, whose oppressors slay them and hold themselves not guilty.
They hold themselves what?
Not guilty.
They don't hold themselves guilty. They don't. And it's just like your who?
Your oppressors today, sir?
Yes, just like your oppressors today. But it's
Christian,
just like who?
Christian preachers.
Your Christian preachers. They don't hold themselves guilty. Because if they did hold themselves guilty, what will happen? What will they have to do?
So like, sir.
Come on.
They will have to tell the truth.
They'll have to tell the truth. Correct. Which entails they will have to do what? They'll have to change.
Come.
They will have to change. You understand? They will have to change. Because now you're what? You're guilty. So if you're guilty and you're trying to be just, you will do what? You will try to do what? You'll try to restore. You understand? Your reputation. You wouldn't continue to be guilty. But I ain't your preachers. They don't feel guilty. Your oppressors, they what? They for sure don't feel guilty for what they done do to black people, Hispanics and Native Indians. Instead, your oppressor tell you what? To lace your boots up. Your oppressor tell you what? Forget about slavery. Your preacher and all does the same thing too. Tells you what? Don't blame who? What your preachers tell you? Don't blame who?
It's like, sir.
Come on.
Don't blame the oppressor for the situation that you're in.
Yeah, don't blame the white man for the situation in your oppressor. Don't blame him. He don't have your poor. When you are directly affected by your oppressor, you are directly affected by him. And what's the proof? What's the proof here? Come on.
Us being in the ghettos and the barrios, sir.
Yes. But if you had to give me a little more facts for you brothers in Durham, if you had to give me a little more facts.
Deuteronomy 28:15 through 16, sir.
I'll take that, but I'm talking about in life, real life.
So like it, sir.
I want facts to show that he is the direct effect of us. Come on.
What's like, so we know it's on record that in Wilmington, North Carolina, they destroyed the printing press out there that was black owned.
Yes. And what up Iraq? What happened in Durham?
Like, sir. Like they destroyed Black Wall Street.
Yes, those are proof. Right. When they say Black Wall Street, what is that? What was the first thing that come to mind?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
The infrastructure and the architecture and things that we choose to partake in that teach us, and everything basically as far as just the system. It's that's basically
You're right, but I'm on this topic here. I want the facts. I want to know how we know he's directly affecting black people today.
So like, sir.
Come on.
He directly affects black people today because right now, many portions of Durham, North Carolina are a ghetto as a result of what they called urban renewal that the oppressor put into place to displace black people and kind of section them off from the more thriving areas. So we had our own self-sustaining community here in Durham and other places in North Carolina, other cities as well. And what they did was they saw that and decided, well, you know, we want to build a freeway. So they called our neighborhoods blighted, like, oh, like, you see, it doesn't look good. So that was an excuse for them to be able to get the government to build freeways that cut our neighborhoods in half, destroyed the infrastructure, and now we can't access the resources that we once had. They bulldozed our buildings, bulldozed our companies, and all kind of stuff. Everything folded, and now we have none of the stuff that we had, say, 70 years ago, 60 years ago.
Yes, there's tons of Black Wall Street. And when you hear Black Wall Street, what comes to mind when you hear Black Wall Street?
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yes, but meaning the government. What's taking place in there? When you hear Black Wall Street, you would think what? The first thing comes to mind is black owned, black run. Everything is black.
Come on.
You understand?
Okay.
This is a black section. This is Black Wall Street. This is where what? Commerce is being taking place amongst who? Black people.
Okay.
You understand? Now, they did not what? Why did they destroy Black Wall Street? Why? Just for time's sake, I'm going to tell you, because he knows if he leaves you alone, you are going to surpass him. You are going to surpass him if he leaves you alone. And he's directly affecting you. Why? Because now you go to school, you go to the schools app. What you learning? Yes, everything you're saying, King of Judah, is correct. You go to these schools. Do you learn about black people? What is Donald Trump trying to do right now with these schools?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
In less words, he's trying to erase black history.
That's it. He's trying to erase black history. Because he know if you cling on to that little piece, you're going to start doing what? Research for more and more. And you're going to find out that one day you were an Israelite. One day you were an Israelite. But today you are an African American. You're going to figure out, oh, Jesus Christ is really black. And you start digging and digging, and you're going to realize this man is really oppressing us. This man still have us in what? Captivity. And not just us that living across in America, we're in the Caribbean also too. I'm just testing it. Trinidad, the books in your school, who wrote your books in your schools? Do you all know? Do you all know? Trinidad there? Jamaica.
Like you saying?
Yeah, I know hearing you. I know hearing you.
So most of these books from in schools are written by the oppressor.
Yeah. So you could imagine, right? I saw some of you. Have you all ever heard about Uriah? But what's his name? Butler. I forget his name. It's so long. What's his name?
Uriah Butler.
Right. That's the only black man you know about in Trinidad. But there's tons of other black men, great black men, they don't ever teach you about. You understand? Men who fought against oppression, you never learn about. So you can imagine leaving Jamaica, Trinidad, all these islands to themselves. He's not having that. He's going to oppress you. He's going to use the IMF to oppress you. He's going to use the East Indian, the Chinese, whoever else is on that island to further what? Oppress you. You understand? You cannot. You are not allowed to do what? To think freely. Because guess what? If you allow, guess what? These classes would have been filled. These classes would have been filled if you were allowed to think freely. And when I say think freely, meaning you're allowed to do what? You allow black people to teach black history in school, real black history in school.
It's like it, sir.
Come on.
I had a precept, sir.
Come on.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had in a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in a time of their calamity, in a time their iniquity had an end.
Right? I'll take that. They do have that hatred. Donald Trump is showing that right now. He's showing it right now. You understand? And your preachers, where's the preachers? How many of you ever heard it? Where's Creflo Dollar? What does Creflo Dollar have to say on the situation black people is in right now? What about TD Jakes? You ain't hearing them preachers. Why? Because they made their friends of what? Mammon, of unrighteousness. You're not hearing them. You understand? I know we up any time. Any questions?
Hey, Salaki, sir.
Come on.
You know, in Jamaica, we have 7 national heroes. Right. And 4 out of the 7 is from the oppressor class.
You understand? And that,
so
and
we can't,
and
you know what? We can't even get the opportunity to, you know, feel good about our past ancestors who try, at least try, because they all fail, but at least try.
Yes.
They have to put 4 of their kind in.
Yes. You understand? And don't forget that Bob Marley. You understand? Who they like to throw in your face like he is, yeah, I mean, like he is the, you know, I mean, the most, you know, I mean, the best artists that come out of Jamaica when there's tons better more. He learned from brothers. You understand? And that's it for your, that's your oppressor in a nutshell. Hey, everything you do, everything you great at, he takes and take it for himself. You understand? Who to give the light to? Is it Edison?
Okay.
Right? And then the Wright brothers for the plane. When there were black brothers, who designed what? The plane first. There was a black man that did that electricity first.
It was Lewis Latimer who created the filament. Concert.
Right?
So the light Edison made probably lasted a few minutes. It couldn't stay on very long. Lewis Latimer figured out how to make it so that the lights we have now can stay on permanently.
You understand? Now, just imagine your black kids learning about black history in school, real black history in schools. You understand? That's how you know what? You are in this position, not by choice, but because of your oppressor. You're in this position because your black leaders decide to do what? To love money more than they love their own people. And Christ was trying to warn his disciples about bastards like these, like your Christian preachers. You understand? And when I came into the truth, I started asking these preachers questions. And guess what? What do you think happened when I asked them preachers questions?
Salaki, sir, they froze up.
Worse than that, brother. Any of us took back scriptures say preachers in the world?
Salaki, sir.
Come on.
You're lucky if you don't get a Bible slap and says demons.
Yeah, you're right.
If you know your parents good, you might just slap your head with the Bible.
You understand? And you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? What Abed I once saying there, you know what I mean? It could go down to that. But I would say they tell you what, let's close the Bible. You go to a preacher, he's going to tell you, let's close the Bible. Because we're going to agree to disagree. Come on.
I've heard like well, stories online, they would be like, they actually they pastor or they preacher a question, and they couldn't answer, so they would say like this book is sealed, like they can't understand it because no one could teach it, basically.
Yeah. But he have a congregation, thousands of people following him. You understand? He is preaching for money. And people who do things for money will do what? Anything and say anything for money. Anything. You no different than a politician. Preacher and a politician, they're the same. One of the same. You understand? Ain't no different than a what? An exotic woman who you call a P word, right? She does what? Services for what? Money. And your preacher is the same. You understand? The only difference is he cloaked it with what? With the Bible. You understand? You want to 1 minute. You want to judge people by what? What you want to judge people by?
What they do, sir.
What they do.
Come on, sir.
If you are sticking a pegging kit in your behind, you are a
Do.
You are agate. You understand? Right? I don't need what? I don't need scriptures from you now. You understand? What I need you to do is just move aside. Just move aside. As the brother say with your doo-doo. Just move aside. You understand? Just move aside. You preachers, just move aside. Let the real men of the Lord do this work and raise brothers up, raise sisters up. Understand? All these years I've been in here, I've seen that. I've seen brothers grab hold of it and become, you know what I mean, men. Then I've seen brothers and sisters who decide, you know what? I don't need to be in here. You understand? I have the truth already. I don't need to be in here to love Jesus. And before you know it, you have a blunt in your mouth. You understand? And it ain't because of me, because of you. You understand? You got to come in here and take hold of it. Bring your questions, ask your questions. But now when you get the answer, because the answer affect your lifestyle, right? Should you stop? You shouldn't stop. You should ask yourself, why am I in conflict? Especially you weed heads that are going to come in here to get right. You're going to want to fight us on smoking weed. Fight us. You'll read a scripture where it says you ain't supposed to smoke weed, but somewhere in there you seeing it's good to smoke. It's good. When the Bible clearly speaks against smoking weed, clearly speaks against eating pork, clearly speaks against interracial marriage. So you're going to have to ask yourself whether or not you're going to follow the Lord or you're going to follow who? Or you're going to follow who?
It's like you, sir.
Come on.
Yourself.
Yourself. Why? Because you are sitting inside Creflo Dollar Church because Creflo Dollar do what? He appealed to who? To you. Your preacher, he appealed to you. So you sit in his church. That's why you leave the church. If you leave the church 2 years, 5 years ago, when you go back into the church, right? For those brothers who went back into the church, right? You think your preacher saying the same thing he said 5 years ago? What happens? Your preacher changed with what?
Like you, sir.
Come on.
The times.
Yeah, he changed with the times. Your preacher changed with the time. There's a time in the Christian church or the Catholic church when they speak out against what? Homosexuality. Right now, that's all they seen in the church. Because it changed with what? Time. You understand? It started to what? Appeal to this lifestyle. Because now, guess what? You said what? God loves what? What did they say? God loves everybody.
So like I
God,
said,
come on.
It was proven probably more profitable for them to accept them. That's why they chose to do so, even though it was unrighteous.
Yes. Say that one more time.
Salaki, sir, I said it proved more profitable for them to accept everyone. So that's why they just keep moving with the times and changing like that.
I see you with us today, brother. You're right. That's the topic. You understand? This day, that's it. You know what I mean? I know we up any time. Any more questions before I let you all out? But you all better stay in here, man. Get rooted in here. Don't let nothing shake you. Don't be a reed blowing in the wind. You understand? You stay in here and get firm. You understand? Firm and increase in that brotherhood. Look at that brother, that sister next to you. I know that that's your brother, that's your sister. We in this together. You understand? Any offense, anything that comes, you will follow what the Bible say. What the school, what Commander Johanna built the school on, which is brotherhood. Go and tell go to he and they alone. You understand? You hear somebody say something, tell you that I say something, and you're like, why would he say that? You better come talk to me. No, brace yourself. You understand? Just brace yourself. You understand? But you better come to he and they alone. You understand? Follow the scriptures. Follow what his Bible tell you to do. You understand? What Commander Johanna is teaching us is in this Bible.
That's right.
You understand? Judge us by what we do, by what we doing. You understand? And since you're judging us by what we doing, go judge the Christian church by what they're doing and see if they match up to us. Go judge these other Christian Israelite group by what they're doing, not by what they're saying. You understand? That's like what give me the last scripture. Give me where Christ told the people to do what the Sadducees and Pharisees tell them to do, but don't do as they do. Give me that. I'm gonna end on that. You know what I'm talking about? You all know what I'm talking about? I'll get it right now. Give me Matthew 23.
So like, sir, I just got it.
Give me Matthew 23.
Come. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 23, verse 3.
Mhm.
All therefore, whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do. But do not ye after their works.
Don't do after their what?
After their works.
After their works. What is Christ telling them not to become?
So like, sir.
Come on.
To become like them.
Yes, I'll take that.
So
Come on.
Hypocrites.
Hypocrites. You understand? Your preacher is a hypocrite.
Right.
Your preacher telling you the Lord is against homosexuality, but he has a pagan kid. He's a hypocrite. How you getting onto that? You understand? You know what I mean? Come in here and get, you know what I mean, get right. Come in here and get grounded. You know what I mean? Bring your questions in here. Wherever you're reading and you're stumbling, you know what I mean? You have some questions on, bring it here and get your answers. You understand? If I don't know it, or the brother who teaching don't know it, he gonna say, hold on, I'll be right back with you next week. You come next week, he ain't have, hold on, I'll get right back to you. And trust me, you're gonna get your answer. You understand? This ain't the Christian church. All right. Okay, with that, since you all don't have no any other questions, right? I think I saw some in there. It's lucky for brothers and sisters. If you put up anything in there, and we didn't see it, next week we're gonna get it. All right. Don't forget the Passover, right? Announcer, the security, make sure you tell them about the Passover also too, right? With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer Darash. I'm out.
Men of Israel, Majum. One courtesy salute to Captain 13,000 Nayathaq. Mam Shabbat. Amajum. Barak.
Yahweh Shem Yashai Brak a thumb.
Yanamatah. Sar. You can turn to face the sisters. Sisters, Amajum. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the sisters. Amajum Shabbat. Amajum. Barak. Yanamatah. Yashabnia means to be seated. ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, spot at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Roof for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'ashura. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we have the Lord's 56th annual Passover, which is April 12, 2025, which will be held in Atlanta, Georgia, which is the 14th day of the first month. If you have not paid your Passover fees, please get those in as soon as possible. It's $200 every adult, for every adult. It gets you through all the events that will be at the Passover. Followed by that, it's the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which is the 15th day of the first month for 7 days, which is April the 13th through April the 20th. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, class dismissed.
Welcome to Atlanta. Christ. It's Officer 5000, Jeremiah Yachty, camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025. Starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under commended junior honor.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Shalom.